Hello, I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a fucking fraud. So, I was in Reijnders' stream, pick up the Reijnders, and I was chatting to him, and suddenly I realized, oh fuck, I'm supposed to be live right now. I'm a fraud, bro, I'm a fraud. Yeah, I was just chatting in Reijnders' stream, and I completely forgot, bro. I completely forgot that I was supposed to go live myself, which I suppose that goes to show how great of a content creator Reijnders is. So do go check out Reijnders if you don't know him. I'll drop his link here. I'll drop his link here in the chat if you don't know who that is. So yeah, I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a fucking fraud. I was in Reijnders' stream just chatting with him instead of doing my own stream. My apologies. I was like suddenly, like, I was talking to Reijnders about your side rule, and suddenly I checked it out, and I was like, oh fuck, let me quickly go to my own channel. Right, transfer news, a little bit at least. So, we got this, like, very decrepit statement, I suppose, from Fabrizio Romano, my apologies. And let me share my screen. Let me share my screen here. Yeah, I did not set up the stream at all because I completely forgot. Right. Understand, Manchester City are closing in on Tijani Reijnders deal with AC Milan. Here we go soon. Not here we go. Here we go soon. You know what that's like? It's like getting blue balls. We are getting blue balls. You're reading this and you think, oh, here we go, it's a done deal. No. Soon. Man City is blue balling us. I know Man City fans are called blues, but I don't want to get blue balled. I'm just saying. So, as clubs are now in process, we've been in process for a while, guys, to complete the agreement and bring Tijani Reijnders to Man City. Right, so obviously I fucking love the idea of getting Reijnders. I love it even more if we could complete the deal, actually. But yeah. Exactly, bro. Here we go soon. Announced Reijnders already. All these deals are taking a bit of time. And I know people are like, don't panic, it's going to happen. I don't doubt that. But you know what Man City do sometimes? You know what Man City do sometimes? We drag out a deal for no reason. Just for the PR. Remember Nico Gonzalez? That deal was done even before the FA Cup game. Sorry, it wasn't FA Cup. We lost a game. I remember we lost a game. A Premier League game, I believe. And after that game, immediately they announced Nico Gonzalez. That deal was already done. But we dragged that out for the PR reasons. Because we wanted to announce it on the final day of the window. That's why they do this stuff. For the PR. And listen, let's be honest. Man City is a PR club. This is not the first time we've dragged a deal out until the closing day of our window. And to be honest, it gets annoying. It gets very annoying. I just want to see who's coming in. Because these deals can always collapse, by the way. Like, we are haggling for 2 to 3 million. Then I understood that a bid was accepted. And bureaucratic stuff was being worked on, so the installments. So, what is the English word? Assimilation, I believe, is the English word. So the installment of payments, is it over 5 years, over 3 years? Like that stuff was being decided. But it all took a long time. And like, I'm not sure what we're still arguing about here. Like, why is this not a complete deal already? Like, Tijani Reijnders has accepted personal terms, right? Or am I misunderstanding something? Anyhow, it's very annoying. It's very annoying. I heard City delayed Nico Gonzalez deal to prevent Barcelona from signing Rashford. But why would that prevent Barcelona from signing Rashford? Why would that prevent Barcelona from signing Rashford? That does not sound true. And I don't think Barcelona wants Rashford, by the way. That's why would Barcelona want Rashford? Like, you know? They've got Rafinha and Jamal. Heck, Ansu Fati is probably better than Rashford. Big up to Hurdle. Big up to Hurdle. It seems a bit of a weird story, that. Not sure if where you heard that from. But yeah, Reijnders. All but complete. Give me a second. Oops. Yeah. So Reijnders, all but complete. We're being teased, but it's all but complete. And rival fans, I noticed. In fact, let's do this. Let me share my screen again. I know I just did it already, but let's keep on track here. Rival fans don't seem to enjoy Man City spending. Let's just look up Man City spent. Let's see how long it takes to see one of these. I'm actually mostly seeing Man City fans getting rattled about rival fans being rattled. Let's read this. Man City have one bad year and immediately spent 450 million euros. Well, first of all, it's pounds technically, and the euro sign comes before the number, not after. So with dollars, let me teach you guys how currencies work. So let's think of a currency. Let's go to Google Docs here first. You guys don't need to see my script for my unfinished video. So you have $300. Where is the dollar sign? Oh god. Where is the dollar sign? Alf, Sinker and Hooked. Oh god. Dollar sign. I don't know how to type the dollar sign, okay. It's a game with keyboards. I hate game with keyboards because, like, it's completely different from a normal keyboard. So a dollar, you type like that. Euros, you type like this. So, yeah, it's... This symbol should be here. But, okay, let's continue. Add to it Barca and Bayern in due context. And Pep is actually a huge underachiever for only winning 3 Champions Leagues in 17 years. We can't put Pep into Saf, Sir Alex Ferguson, Ancelotti and Mourinho table. Not yet, at least. Wait, what? Is it not and saying this? Hello, Luke. Hello. How are you enjoying the rival fan meltdown right now about Man City having more money than their dusty clubs?
Oh, it's funny. I mean, although I will say though, it literally is just currently just in process, in talks. It's just the same words over and over again with journalists. They notice that every single tweet nobody journalists now, like jerky rulers or anyway, it's the same kind of tweets, but word differently. Like it's happening. It's like, okay, it's funny to laugh, but come on, well, where's the actual stuff done? Because I'm a bit bored now. I've seen the same reports over and over again.
Well, yeah, I'm trying my best to squeeze everything out of these reports, but
I am as well. So are you. But like, come on, man, I can't do this anymore.
Give me something juicy. We're trying to squeeze water out of stones here. You know what I'm saying?
I think here we go soon for Reijnders. That's gonna happen soon. I reckon tomorrow. That'll probably happen. I think Ori Shirky will probably happen after their games, but I think either way, I think they're done before. I think either way, 3 players coming in at least right now, which is a positive. But obviously, not done. We've got maybe more to go, but we can get them 3 in for the World Cup. I'm well up for that.
Yeah,
build it back in there. Yeah.
I Snowden will probably be the first deal that's completed, seeing how like we already had a deal agreed, and then it fell apart because of paperwork, which is actually kind of like this is the thing, yeah, that gets me annoyed with Man City sometimes. You drag out these deals for such a long period, and then suddenly you run out of time. That's what happened in the before the fourth peak season, really. We were dragging out Josko's deal, and then suddenly we didn't have enough time to get a midfielder, and then we had to go out and panic buy someone.
Yeah, this is what I mean. The thing is, right, this club at times can get things quickly. Like, 17-18, we got Ederson, Walker, Bernardo Silva, Mendy. We got them in quite early on, didn't we? Like, for a good amount of time, we got in there, got in and got out. So far, if we get the 3 done in a week or so, great. I'm not going to complain. But there's so much that we can do watching the same reports come out, the same things that we saw like a day ago. Like Plettenberg, Beck, and all the people that we're seeing on the extras reports and that. They're wrong. Big of the extra, because again, they're just reporting the news that they see. But the same as we are, like as frustrated as we are, with all this news and that. But all we can do is just hope that we get Here We Go soon. I mean, judging by that Romano tweet, we are very close to that. I reckon not tonight, probably tomorrow. It is tonight, man. Imagine during the stream, you get Here We Go confirmed.
I was hoping. June 1st is my birthday. I was hoping I'm gonna wait, and it's also when the window opened. I was hoping I'm gonna wake up. We're gonna have a bomba birthday gift. Instead, we got nothing on my birthday. So I'm still waiting for that late birthday gift hit from the club. But
look, bro, this club, right? It'll get things will get done. I'm not getting too worried about it. But I think which is frustrating. I think because we've seen the reports, and it's great being told we're getting these players, but we've got to see it get done itself. I'm not interested in seeing that. Oh, City are what a player said yes to City. Okay, but doesn't mean he's joining. Like when yes United doesn't mean he's going United. But I mean that is, by the way, is ridiculous. Like that Mbeumo deal, that is routed me. That is like, how was Mbeumo United?
Let's Mbeumo ruin his own career. That is skill issue on his part.
No, but bro, I'm a big fan of this guy for the last few years. I'm a big fan.
You know what it is? It's savior complex. They think they can save Man United. They can't.
Just go Newcastle and get the bag and get UCL football. Be a hero.
I'm happy he didn't go to Newcastle, because Newcastle is actually a team that can compete. So if he went to Newcastle, he would have strengthened them.
Bro, imagine Cunha and Mbeumo at Newcastle, bro. Imagine how great. Imagine that midfield with Cunha in it as well. Yeah, just have Linton, and you got Mbeumo on the right,
Maybe.
Gordon and Isak.
Maybe they would sell Tino Livramento to us to finance those two. But yeah, that's what's happening. Speaking on Tino Livramento, I personally think that Tino Livramento is probably the best Kyle Walker replacement you can get, because he's very defensively solid. Like, I know he's not that great going forwards. Neither was Kyle Walker. He's very young, so if you're Epstein FC, you'll enjoy that. He is homegrown, should I say, so we're kind of problematic with homegrown criteria at the moment. And he's perfect for the Pep system, because Pep likes to play with a back three. And what happens is he pushes one full back up, or the centre back in the treble season. He pushes one full back up, and the rest form a back three. So with Pep Guardiola, you're going to have a more attacking full back, say Cancelo, and then you're going to have a more defensive full back on the other side. And that's just how Pep systems work, I think. And when you do that, Cherki can play as a more complete winger. So can Foden, and I expect them to rotate a lot. Marmoush more so cuts inside. He doesn't hold the width a lot. But you can have Ryan Nuri hold that width. Have Marmoush go inside. Nuri, of course, then cross great. And then on the other side, you can have Foden, and you can have Cherki doing that winger work, without the support of a fullback, they can support each other from midfield. So I think that's a lot more stable, and it should make our counters a lot less bad, because how we've conceded the counters, I guess last season, every counter was a goal at some point. Every counter was a goal, and we need to stop that. Especially if in the FA Cup final, if we had Livramento on the pitch instead of Akanji, we don't concede that goal. Because Livramento sees, who was it? Eze, I believe, sees Eze running past him and starts running at him, tries to pull him back a bit. He doesn't allow that to happen. Meanwhile, our players, Nunez, for all the good he's done going forwards, defensively he's sloppy. He's got a Boza moment in him. And Akanji, I mean, he gets me stressed, bro. I remembered. The best moment that has never been on this channel, is the Champions League final against Inter. Because if I had this channel, if I had the channel back then, I think people think I'm negative now. I was proper stressing. During the Champions League final.
Bro, like, letting Martinez go through behind you, man. Like, look, I rate Martinez. I do rate him, and honestly, if you let someone like that go through on goal, we're lucky that he's possible to Lukaku for it to happen. So, look, Akanji, thank you for helping us win trophies and that. But I'll be real with you. Out of the backs there, look, obviously Stones could probably go anyway as well. Just look, we've got Zuma Bar coming through. You know, obviously as well at some point. We've got obviously Husanov as well. We've got players coming through. Even like, is that Max Aline as well in that? Like, even since Sapusi, do you want to put them as a young playing team? I'd rather have them guys than Akanji right now. That might sound like a bit crazy, but Akanji has so many mistakes in him. Or honestly, I watch him, I think he just doesn't offer much on the ball, does he? Just runs forward, passes the ball, and runs back. Whereas I'm like, at least Vardio, he can get a good pass or shot off from outside the box. But Akanji, I much as appreciate the actual money that we got for him, for a good price for him. Sell him on for profit. That's what I do right now.
How much did we buy Akanji for? Was it like 25 million? 30? Was it 50 million?
50 million. 15.
15, okay, yeah. I thought 50.
Yeah, not 50.
I thought you said 50. I was like, what? That can't be right. Because I know that Akanji was like very cheap. So, by the way, what is the installment period on Grealish? Over how many years is that payment to Aston Villa? Because if we sell Grealish, because of how, okay, I'm about to use some words that you might not know if you're not an accountant, but in accounting, you have what's called estimation, and that's when you space out a payment over multiple years. So that's very important for your PSR stuff, because in PSR they look at how much money you spend every year. So if Grealish was bought over 5 years, so 100 million divided over 5, it's 20 million every year. But then of course he was bought on August 5th, so that means we only paid 8.1 million in the first year, and it will be our 6th year where we pay the rest off. It's very complicated if you don't study this, I know, but the important thing is the remaining money we have left to sell or to pay on Grealish. Let's say we have 30 million left. That means if we sell Grealish for 25 million, that's a 5 million loss on PSR. Meanwhile, if we have like 20 million left and we sell him for 25 million, that's a 5 million profit. So that's why I'm curious what the installment period is on Grealish, because I tried to look that up and I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, obviously, with that deal, I mean, I love Jack as a player. I love Aston Villa as a good player, but I just think the money that we spent for him, it like that, perfectly fine. wouldn't pay him that much for it. But when you're paying £100 million for a player like that, he isn't even getting playing the team anymore because Pep doesn't trust him. That's what you know. It's like anyone trying to say to us now that it was a good deal because of the treble. No, it was a marketing transfer as well. It was all about the marketing of Grealish, the headbands, the Grealish shirts. I'm pretty sure the club had a lot of money from that anyway. So it isn't like we lost a lot of money on him anyway if he does go. But it's just look at how much that deal cost and the hype. Well, do you remember about how hyped it was about Jack coming to City? It was big when it's big when it's on.
But the problem is, no, that's not correct, Sealed. 1 second. Let me type this out for you guys. It's very difficult to pronounce. And to read, actually, how is it spelled in English? I know how it's spelled in Dutch. I'm not sure about English. Let me look this up on Google Translate first. But yeah, obviously I study accounting in Belgium, not in England. There you go. That's the word. That's the word. Don't ask me to pronounce that in English.
Amortization, yeah. But no, it's sad because I think he's on summer. He's off. He is going on summer, and if he did keep him around one more year, ask why. Because he should go for the sake of his career. Go on the club and do what I'm sure he'll do. Wherever he goes, I'm sure he'll do very well.
But it's a problem, yeah, Luke. It's a problem, though, because Grealish has to go. We agree on that, right? McAtee has to go. Calvin Phillips has to go. He's still on our books, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Carl Walker has to go.
He's still here. Hello.
so at some point you agree, right? Carl Walker has to go. Grealish has to go. Phillips has to go. McAtee has to go. Stones is leaving.
Yeah.
I think you get what I'm alluding at.
English quota, yeah. And look, this is the thing, right? And this is probably where, for me, you bring through a couple okay players coming through. This is where, for me, I think this guy will not stop to Wan-Bissaka, bro. It's an obsession for a West Ham right back. Stop. It's not going to happen. We'll get a Fermenter instead. We're not getting Wan-Bissaka. We're not getting him.
Wan-Bissaka is the backup. Nothing started.
I swear, if we get Liverpool with City with Wan-Bissaka, like right, that's Alf reporting that. Is that happened?
Best night to gay.
Yeah, I was right. Oh man.
You know I'll find that if I get that right.
Oh, you definitely.
I'll get all the clips out.
If he scores a for us, happen. Oh my god, we'll be never living it down.
Losing 5-0, he scores a goal. I celebrate shamelessly.
Once I celebrate a loss for a goal. Oh dear, yeah.
Okay, Martin, because I'm talking about home no quota. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, he's not the Belgian Martin now. Right, guys. Big up Martin's voice. But yeah, honestly, right, it's just last year, right. But looking at because I actually today, I actually watched back that treble match against Inter Milan. Watched it today, and I just realised that the team we had out, most of the players either gone or even now. A handful of players that started that game. Probably thing.
Ederson is leaving.
Apparently he's staying, isn't he? He's staying.
No. He's leaving. He's leaving. Let me have this. Let me have this.
I've got a deal apparently. Well, a 2-year deal. I'm afraid like, oh,
give him to the Saudis. Give him to the Saudis. Get him on the plane. Well.
Yeah.
Maybe not playing.
He wants to stay cool, but honestly, right. Just make sure that at least we have a keeper sorted at the start of the season. I don't want to mess around with that situation. If he wants to stay, sign a contract. If he doesn't want to stay, get out.
If he wants to stay, sell him anyways. I don't I want a better goalkeeper who's a bit younger.
Who do you want then? Costa?
No.
Chevalier?
Chevalier, Juan Garcia, Dean Henderson even is better than him.
Ramsdale? homegrown quota?
Oh god. Might as well go get Trafford's then. By the way, Glimpse. Glimpse is on your chat as well, isn't he? Glimpse tells me that Trafford is very average. So obviously he watches the championship.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not terrible, but he's not like gonna blow everyone away. He's like a sub keeper for England, if anything. Third choice keeper for England. Well, I think for me, the best keeper for England is probably Henderson for me. Second's probably Pickford. Third's probably Ramsdale. Fourth probably Trafford. That's probably the order right now.
We could always get
all
Sals.
mid, and they're all mid. They're all mid.
We could go get Sals because you know, Belgian goalkeeper. Why are the Belgian goalkeepers, by the way, always good? Why does Belgium always have good goalkeepers? Jean-Marie Pfaff,
Courtois,
Michel Prudhomme, Courtois. Every generation of Belgium has a world-class goalkeeper. How's that happen? Big up to Michael, by the way, for the rates. Big up to Michael for the rates.
Michael.
But yeah, for the goalkeeper, I think Sels is out there, who's a better goalkeeper. Donnarumma apparently. Someone told me that Donnarumma.
Yeah. Oh, we're after him, are we? In the summer, are we? Really? What? UCL winning PSG? Go on then. Have our best keeper in the world right now on current form. It's not going to happen. I would love it. I would love it. I think I deserve it. But it's not going to happen. PSG will just
Give me some copium.
Yeah, it's hopium, all that kind of stuff, isn't it? Right now, that's what we're on.
It's the same stuff like the Rodrigo links.
That's me, right? I know for certain that now it isn't going to happen. I'm sorry. I thought it was like no. The rumours have died. It's gone quiet on that front now. I think I'll stay one more year at Madrid. I can't see him going in the summer. I think.
Do you think Rodrigo to Man City was ever on though?
I think there's interest there. There is interest there. I think if Rodrigo was to go, I think us he would go to.
Yeah.
Same as is it Valverde as well. Them to probably like us. So if you were to Madrid players, it'd be them too. Which, by the way, I'd happily take Valverde at City. Happily, right back midfield, perfect players to have on our team. But again, not going to happen. Valverde is way too good for leaving Madrid right now. But yeah, I think Rodrigo for me, mate, is completely down to whether he wants to or not. Whether Madrid wants to sell him or not.
But still, I feel like if Rodrigo leaves Madrid, he's not going to come to Man City because he wants to play left wing. And if you want to play left wing, you can go to Liverpool.
See, you know what? Let's bring our attack right now. So let's go through our attack. So let's say we get Shirky, Reijnders, and Idorian so far. Obviously, if we get other players in, cool.
Does Jackie play right wing or does he play 10?
Right, this is what I'm going right now. Okay, this is what I'm going with right now. For Wydad at home, America, it's not even at home. Yeah, Wydad. That Morocco is it? It's Morocco, isn't it? I think Morocco or who fucking knows? But yeah, that team we're playing first. Now, I imagine it'd be Edison probably.
Yeah.
Right now, right now it's Edison and goal. At the moment,
forget the goal and defense. Just attack.
Yeah. Okay, right. So I'm gonna go front three. Haaland up top.
Yeah.
However, I'm thinking, could we play two wingers that cut inside into midfield? Could we do that?
Probably, because that's probably what we're doing, right? With
Mamu Shirky.
Yeah, coming inside, and then you have Foden as a central 10. And Foden like more so a false.
Foden won't play. That's league football. League. We'll leave that next season. But like for right now, Club World Cup, Mamu and
Foden in the middle as kind of a shadow striker. I think he'd be more of a shadow striker because he's good at creating for himself. Creating for others is his greatest skill set.
That's
but
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Jetki, he cuts inside, he can create for others. And Marmouche, he can't really create for others and like the way he's gonna create the passes and stuff, but he creates the space for others with his runs. So then you have them two coming inside as inside wingers, and then you have Aitnuri push up, and he holds down the wing. And then Reijnders can crash
give me it now. Savinho left hand side. I need it. I see it right now. Like I think I want to see Savinho left back, from that wing. Like not Vardio playing left back. Like Vardio, big up to unbelievable left back, but still back where you should be. It's where you belong. It's where you're good at. I want to see Nori up and down that flank with Savio or Doku. It is where I think for me now we get the fullbacks in. Now we judge Savio and Doku properly because we've got fullbacks now. Let's see how this works.
How much did Patrick pay you to rep Doku?
I'm not repping him. This is my opinion. Look, Patrick can give him the money he wants. I'm not taking it. It's my opinion. I thought you two probably comment earlier on someone's tweet. I saw that. I didn't see it. But no, look, Doku's theory. If we do get the fullbacks that we need, I'm willing to give him this season. Say, right, we've got fullbacks now. Let's see how you do.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, out the door. That's where I'm at.
Like, I know that Doku hasn't had a proper fullback to operate with, but do you still have any faith in him? Because I feel like he's gotten to the positions and flopped. I feel like he's gotten to or into places where he should get a ball into Haaland, but he didn't. I feel like the final product is just lacking. Savio, because it's his first season, I'm willing to say, let's see how you improve on that next season. And because he has a better connection. He has a better connection with Haaland, despite the fact that he's only here for his first year. So Savio, I'm willing to give another year. Doku, I'm not so willing to give another year. I don't think that Doku having a proper fullback will help him, especially if Doku goes on the right-hand wing, because Livramento won't push up as much. But you're going to see Aitnuri push up a lot on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, Livramento is not doing that. I mean, he can, but he probably won't.
Do you know what it is, right? I agree with you. I think for me, out of the two wingers, Doc is well. I'm like not so sure. Savio, well, I've seen enough from you in a shit team that you could got quality. Just get shooting more at the goal, actually on target, please, and then we might see a much better output from you. Assist-wise, he's fine. You got like 10-15 assists last year, but despite a shit team, pretty good going. So with a fullback, he'll be great. To fall back with him. I think Savio for me is a player that will get better and better with us because he's young enough to be a player that will get better and better with us. I mean, a good team around him. I think him and Jerky are good because they're both very skillful players with a good touch of the ball and a good style. For me, well, Jerky and as well would be great because both are very technical players as well. It's a very technical team, isn't it? Now it's a very technical squad compared to previous seasons.
It's not pure technical because like. Marmouche is very quick, like he's rapid, and Jerky, he's not as quick, he's pretty quick, but not as quick, but he's also physical, he's a very physical player.
And Nigerian.
Yeah, and then you have Reijnders in there. Reijnders can run, he can just run, he's like an engine, and on top of the fact that he's also quite technical, decent pass, even good passer, finishing, well, he's got a lot of goals in Serie A this season, so I guess that's about finishing. So it's not just that they're technical players, it's that they're technical players with required physicality. Foden is then to one player I look at in that bunch who's the least physical. Like Foden is like the reason why I think Rico Lewis failed, for example, is because Rico Lewis wasn't physical enough for the Premier League, not to be a right back at least. Savio, I look at, he's got a bit of the same problem as Foden in lacking that physicality. However, Foden makes up for it with the fact he'll score a goal from 20, 25, 30 yards out, and Savio won't do that. And Foden is a lot more technical than well, not a lot more technical than Savio, but more effective than Savio. He utilizes his abilities more effectively.
And also as well, we're also getting one player, but this is where I'm a bit worried though. Ed Terry, hearing about Como, Geronimo, loan, like right. Well, I think we're hearing about it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's not a good sign if we're hearing loan deal opportunities because I want to see this guy get some game time. I want to see him in this team. Like, look, I get right now. Is he the first time on the team sheet? No, he wouldn't be. But the thing is, he's a good enough football player to at least get like the Club World Cup, right? So you know what? Nolan, obviously, he won't play. Just put him in the 10. Say, right, you're the 10 this tournament with all the players, with Sharky, Mamouche around you, holding up front. Let's see how you do. Let's say he gets like 5 goals and 5 assists, or something like that, or 3 goals, 5 assists in tournament. Give him a goal to achieve. He achieves that goal, and he's in the first team next year. Give him an incentive.
By the way, Dasilt, I don't know if you're still in here, but Hikaru Nakamura beat Kukesh, so you suck at gambling, mate. You should give up. I'm not sure if you're still in here, but yeah, Hikaru Nakamura beat Kukesh. Dasilt sucks at this. Anyhow, sorry, that was a bit off topic. Yeah. Echeverry, you know what my thing is with Echeverry? You can loan him out for the season and come back and all that stuff. But I feel like he's cooking everyone in training. From what we can see, he's being hyped up as this guy right now by the club. He was thrown on in a cup final when we were losing, but then you won't give him. But then you won't give him a chance at Man City. You need to take that call.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah.
If you need to take that call,
no, it's all good. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's all good. But just carry talking. Bear with me.
Yeah. Okay. So right, as I was saying, Echeverry, I feel like he deserves a chance. You throw him on in a cup final, you hype him up the way you do, and then you suddenly say, "Yep, off to Como you go." First of all, what does that do for the trust and confidence of a player? Because Pep Guardiola did the same, well, not the exact same thing, but Pep Guardiola did something like that with Yaya Toure. One of the reasons why I never agree with the thing that people say where Pep is great with man management. I'm not saying he's bad at it, but people pretend like he's the greatest man manager in the world. And I don't agree with that, because I always think back about Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure was emotionally distraught by how Pep Guardiola treated him at one Barca and then Man City. Because I don't have the interview on hand, but you really should go listen to Yaya Toure's interviews on Pep Guardiola. Yaya Toure pretty much hates Pep Guardiola for the treatment he's gotten. And I don't want Pep Guardiola to be doing that with Echeverry. He's done it with McAtee, let's be honest. McAtee has a strange relationship with Pep Guardiola, because there were promises made to McAtee and they were not fulfilled. You can say, okay, McAtee is not good enough, this or that. Then Pep Guardiola should not promise these players the minutes they'll get. Pep Guardiola should not bring in Echeverry, throw him on in a cup final where you're losing, throw him on the last day of the Premier League, watch him play decent, even good in the cup final, decent in Premier League, good in the cup final, and then suddenly say, you know what, off you go to Como. That is no way to treat players. And I feel like people go too soft in on how Pep treats players sometimes. Look at how he treats Matheus Nunes. I'm sorry, I still think that's a disgrace, by the way. I still think that's a disgrace to come out and say that about one of your players. Look at the way he treated Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips never good enough, but to go to the press and say, yeah, he's overweight in training. You don't say that to the press. I don't want Pep Guardiola to do this now with Echeverry, because that's the fear I have here.
Yeah. Oh, just by the way, just quickly, there's a report coming out from Foot Mercato about Inter, right? Apparently, they're part of the biggest financial scandal in Italian football since Calciopoli. A confidential report has revealed that 300 million euros in revenues from fictitious Asian sponsors 2016, 2019, well, when they were shit, by the way, like the three, they were poor at that time. Were allegedly used to bypass FFP, while other clubs that applied for less. The Italian Federation allegedly helped Inter sanctions, even admitted links to mafia-connected ultras.
What you're saying is that they're dirty cheats.
Yep. Dirty cheats.
Now,
Juve, Inter, AC, mate, they're all in it.
Italian football, by the way, Italian football is so fucked, isn't it? Corruption-wise, they literally had to take Pierluigi. They had to take Pierluigi and put him on top of the refereeing thing in FIFA, because the corruption in the refereeing department in Serie A was so rampant. Because they were never planning to put Pierluigi in that position, because FIFA didn't actually like him. But they had to put him there just because the refereeing scandals in Serie A were that bad. Like, bro, Serie A, all jokes aside, if you want to see actual corruption, not the Man City is corrupt type of bullshit stories, you want to see actual corruption, go watch some Serie A. It's an actual joke.
It honestly, it's crazy how crazy. Like, do you know what? If anyone actually wants to sort of look into that, I'll have a look into the actual event and stuff as well. Like, it's completely crazy how corrupt Italian football is. Like, probably that's corrupt as well, a lot of ways. But Italian football is like mafia, like Godfather level stuff. Like, it's the Godfather, but in football terms. It's crazy.
I mean, it's literally Italian mafia, so like that's literally what it is. Italian mafia clubs literally owns Juventus and other clubs as well in the 90s. So I know you're talking about the 2000s with Juventus getting relegated and stuff, but in the 80s and 90s, Italian mafias literally owns a few football clubs. Next story to distract from this Man City non-guilty verdict. You think so?
I think so. I think so. The thing is, right, the longer this goes on, right, without a verdict, right, you think, yeah, we're not guilty then. I'm sorry, right, but if someone is guilty of something, right, you usually get told that by now. Oh, but decisions.
You know what I think happened? And this is pure conjecture, I can't prove it. But I think that Man City was found not guilty and the Premier League appealed. I think that's what happened. Because they're too embarrassed to bring out that verdict, basically.
Yeah, he's basically trying to sort of get around it and try and find what they can. But the thing is, right, I don't really care anymore. The reality is, right, if we were guilty, we'd find out by now anyway. You wouldn't wait this long to find out if we get charged or not. That's how it works, man. Like, it is not a long process. It really isn't. So I reckon eventually we'll find out. Exactly.
By the way, how much should rival fans be fuming if we got found guilty, but all we got was a fine? Because we were found guilty on the lesser stuff. Because if we were found guilty on the lesser charges, but all the bigger charges were found not guilty, but on the lesser ones were found guilty, that will only result in a big fine. But the media will run with that. The media will say, Man City guilty, punishment, only a fine. Imagine how salty rival fans will be. They're already salty over our transfer business.
Do you know what I do, right? It's actually a meme of Lee Gunner, right, doing a dance and that, like, just to the camera. That's what I do. It's fine, just laughing at rival fans, like, just doing that, like, constantly. Like, honestly, the meltdown would be incredible, mate. It would be absolutely glorious if that was all we got. A fine.
Bro, imagine how much they'll be talking about Corruption 10 about Man City. And anyhow, the charges, you know what the thing is though? Now all the clubs hate PSR because Man City is winning trophies. But they didn't hate it when it helped the Red Cartel. But now it's beneficial to Man City actually. Because I think a lot of people don't get this. American owners want to move the Premier League to America. That is not a myth, not a conspiracy theory, that's a fact. Go look at the American-owned clubs. They keep appealing, they keep asking to bring Premier League games to America.
Yep.
Who keeps voting against that? Man City. So why do they hate Man City? Why is it always the American-owned clubs that do everything that's against the favor of Man City? PSR rules are not helping Man City, we're in favor. But now PSR rules help Man City the most, so all the American clubs suddenly hate the PSR rules. Why is this? This is why the Premier League can't be ruled basically by its clubs, because too many clubs in the Premier League don't have the best intent of the Premier League in mind. Anyhow,
No.
big up the professor. Imagine Nico Gonzalez or Tijani Reijnders with Rodri plus Cherki as a center forward. Marmoush right wing. Cherki as center forward.
I don't know. Joy is right for me. I think I'm not super worried about lineup yet. I'm just happy that we've got an actual like options again going forward. Like, I know it's not Verts, it isn't the big name, but I think Verts to me would have been a nice sign to have, but it wasn't. It wasn't a necessity for me. It was about Reijnders for me is what we need more. Cherky what we need more. So is Blake Nori. Players like that can sort the system out, because one player like Verts for how much he's going for is great if our squad's done. If our rebuild's done, yeah, cool. Go get Verts, add to that team. But if we just get Verts and that's it, same should apply. Get your goals from Verts, but it won't be enough, mate. You need to have a good system in play. And Reijnders and Pep, well, the two Peps. Oh God, Alf, I feel so sorry for you. You say Pep out, what does that mean then? What? You want out now? Reijnders or Guardiola?
I'll just say I meant Linders. When we win the Premier League, I'll just say I meant Linders.
You should miss out, man. That's what you're doing. Get out of it. Pep out.
I've got my get out of jail free card. God loves me. I tell you, God loves me. That's what prayer does for you. That is what prayer does for you, guys. Go pray to God right now. And yeah.
Two Peps. Two Ryans.
You can't even call me a flip-flop because I keep saying Pep, you know.
Well, no, exactly. Exactly, oh, mate.
Folks, what do you think happens with Foden if he doesn't step up? Well, I think Foden will get back to his level gradually. I know that's not the question. But I think Foden will get back to his level gradually, but it will take him time. So I think we're going to have to be patient with Foden, and I know we don't like to be patient. I myself am guilty of that, but I think with Foden, we're going to need to give him some time to get back to his level. Just like with Rodri, by the way. But if Foden, after a full season, can't get back to a level that is acceptable for Man City, the answer is pretty simple. He has to go. If in a full season he can't get back to that level, unless he's happy to stay on the bench, but I doubt it.
This is my this is what I go with for Foden next year. 10 goals, 10 cents minimum. If you get that, or even 15.
I don't care as much about the goals and stuff that he provides, because goals is a big thing for Foden, of course. He brings us a lot of goals. But I want to see him properly play, not lose the ball in stupid ways like against Arsenal, and just keep us control over the game, and not have Foden hinder us, because Foden has hindered us this season when he's played sometimes. I want to see Foden play the way he did against Newcastle. Last season against Newcastle, he was very good. I want to see Foden play like that. Even though he didn't get GA, he played well. And that's GA, that can come again naturally. So goals and assists, I'm not going to look at upcoming season for Foden. What I'm going to look at is performances. And then if those performances are there, then I'm going to say, okay, now get that GA back.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I agree with that. That's a good way of looking at it. I think it's just, it's
I think Cherki reminds me of a bit of Sami Nasri.
Not
because
really.
They're both Algerian. Is that why? Because they're both Algerian.
I'd say more Mahrez. I think Mahrez for me, I would say is Savio. No. Savio for me isn't really like is a similar sort of dribbling style, maybe, but not the same speed. I think Shirky, as Mahrez molded him of the touches, obviously, and dribbling them bits and the skill. But again, though, especially with Mahrez, as we know of Mahrez, how good he was and that ability he had on the ball, you can't really compare like Shirky and Sevius like that. But Shirky for me is a lot more than that kind of Mahrez,
You know who Shirky reminds me of in a weird way? Molina. Yeah, he reminds me like the better version of Molina.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see a little bit of that. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's a weird comparison, but he's like to me, not Molina never was.
Yeah, because the thing about people think, oh, it's a cheap signing, mate. Trust me, Shirky is actually a very, very good player of good level.
He's a £100 million player. That's what you're getting for 30 million or whatever it is.
No way, Al Hilal are getting Theo Hernandez.
Oh, you didn't see that? Yeah.
No, I saw that. Well, apparently it's agreed now. It's all agreed.
Oh, is it?
Right, hold on a bit. City, why not Hernandez? Why not? Attitude problems, probably. Attitude problems.
Does Theo Hernandez have attitude problems, though?
I don't know, but that's what I'm wondering. Is there a reason why we didn't get him? We go from that price.
I think it's just because of age, to be honest. Because he's 28 or 29 already, and it's Nuri is 22. I think that's the whole reason.
Liao? Rafael Liao?
You're about to come off my channel, mate.
Yeah. Oh wait, he's high rated ultimate team. No one cares. Well done, high rated ultimate team.
You know what's crazy, by the way? Liam from the Bayern View, not Liam from the City. Liam from the Bayern View actually wants Liao at Bayern München, and I'm like, bro, you could get so many better players.
Signing out for Liao. That's like mid for mid. Well, it's not mid.
He's washed.
He's better than mid.
Yeah,
Sané's career went downhill after that injury and wasn't going to buy him. I'm saying
you know what the problem is with Sané? Because for a lot of German players, the dream is to play at Bayern München. The dream is Bayern München. Sané's problem is at Man City, his motivation was, I want to be good enough to go to Bayern München. Once he went to Bayern, in his head he thought, I did it, I'm a Bayern München player now. So he felt accomplished simply by being there. He didn't think I need to win these trophies to be accomplished. He thought, I'm here now, I'm accomplished. Then he got that injury, and when you don't have the correct motivation to come back from that, you don't. Simply put, you don't. I've had injuries before, especially to my knee. My knee is fucked, my right knee. So if you don't have the correct motivation to come back from that, you don't. You simply don't.
Yeah. But mate, look, do you know what? What do I have to do today, mate? That front three of Sané and Sterling, mate. They were elite, mate, at one point, them two. Now look at them now, they're both washed.
Well, Sterling is old, so that's fair.
Well, yeah, but also washed, though. He's just Sterling, mate. What's happened to him, mate? What's happened to him?
You know what, though? I think Pep Guardiola, he gave Sterling a lot of confidence. Because Sterling was not that good, let's be honest. He had 2 really good seasons, especially the Centurion season, which I still think is his best season, the Centurion season. Because the amount of times he just scored from outside of the box, it was crazy. I think Pep Guardiola just gave Sterling a level of confidence that was unfounded to his actual ability. But just because you had that confidence, he overperformed, I think. But that was not his actual level. And then he had De Bruyne to cover for him a lot. When he did something, when he had bad misses, De Bruyne would just give him the ball again and again.
Sané David Silva, didn't he? That midfield of David Silva and De Bruyne carried that wing pairing. But Mahrez was the only one that did it on his own. That could do it on his own, Mahrez, because Mahrez actually sort of created and scored. Sané was more of a scorer more than a creator. So was Sterling. They were scoring more than creators, whereas Mahrez was a bit of both.
Mahrez was a pure footballer, but I think Mahrez never really played that much, started that much for Pep. And I think the reason why Mahrez didn't start as much is because if you're a pure footballer, like a jack of all trades, he was also a master of none. And Pep Guardiola wanted a specialist, someone who can specialize in one thing, and then someone else who specializes in something else. And that's what Pep Guardiola wanted, I think, at the time. Which is why I think Mahrez didn't play as much, even though I think he was a much better player.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. I think I think it's why in the wing pairing, especially in the Club World Cup. I mean, Bob as well. I want Bob back fully fit because I think Bob has a lot of. I mean, this is the thing with Bob though. I've got to ask as well. If Bob doesn't have a good season next year and injury free, what happens to Bob?
Bro, one of two things will happen. Bob will turn into prime Messi, and we won't have this conversation anymore, or Bob might actually be gone soon.
Because, do you know what, mate? I want to know, right, what if that injury didn't happen in training? What if it wasn't a broken leg? What if he managed to start at Chelsea with Savio? Or Doku? What then? What would have happened? Because I'm not saying it wasn't the league, by the way. It would have done. Rodri and Bob would not have won the league because that season was not down to them. It was down to the fact that the whole team hunger had dropped down. But I think we probably have won a lot of more games than in the 1 and 14 if we had Bob playing.
Yeah,
at that time.
Absolutely. We might have gotten to the round of 16 of the Champions League. I'm not too sure about Bob. I think Bob.
Yeah.
If Bob is patient enough, because we had the same conversation about Foden back when he first broke through. Like Foden breaking through and the team he did. I mean, it's a joke. He had to play against or compete against Bernardo Silva, David Silva, De Bruyne, and then when they left, other midfielders come in, of course. He had to compete against strong midfielders to get into that team. He had to compete against the wingers as well, because he was playing on the wing most of the time. So, Foden, it was very difficult for him to break through. But if you have patience, you eventually break through. I think a lot of people forget, Foden never regularly started for Man City until the 4th season. The only other season he started as much was 21-22, and even that season he wasn't starting every game. So, with Bob, if he has patience, he's not as old as Foden was in the 4th season. If he has patience, I think he can still break through Man City at some point. Anyhow, we have a Bomba here.
Could be, will be. I'll just fucking announce it, please.
I made a post. I made a post on my community tab earlier. I believe you saw it.
Oh, I'm sure I did, but I'll put it now just to remind myself. Honestly, right, mate, I'm going crazy now on these bloody posts now. Here we go soon, bro. We're getting aged here. It's not. Stop edging us and give us the full pause. But you know what I mean. But like, just stop teasing, bro. I'm done. Like, as much as we can do as fans, like, just please, just give us the here we go. Come on.
Watch club. That's the problem. Watch club. It's PR stuff, let's be honest. It's PR stuff. Premier League teams do this. Like even Man City. Man City is still a Premier League team. We push out a lot of PR, let's be honest. Otherwise, I think we would have gotten this done already. I know, maybe I'm being too conspiracy theorist here, but I feel like some of these deals are just being dragged out so that they can... I think this will all be released on the weekend. Because on the weekend, you get a lot more publicity. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, for me, right, I don't give a shit. Just bloody get the deal done. I don't care about your PR. I don't care. I support the team. I want us to get the players in. Mate,
do you?
For me, right.
I thought you were regular plastic.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I know that works.
I'm a Club Brugge fan, so I can't even talk about this. I guess.
Yeah, mate. Both frauds. It's fine, Both frauds.
Go back to Southampton.
You back to Brugge. Oh wait. Already there anyway.
I'm already here. I'm not actually.
Yeah.
I don't live in Brugge anymore, but I'm not even big enough. I don't even live here anymore.
Nah, look, mate. Honestly, look for me. I'm looking forward to seeing you players announced and in the kit. Like, I want to see Reijnders in that city kit. It'll look good in it, and I just want to see both all these players
That's
play
what
for
it gets
us.
so.
Christ, the rain, the green. Where's mate? The black awakening is great. It's brilliant.
We'll probably barely play that black kit. That's what's gonna happen. We'll barely play in it.
Whereas the green kit will play, like, it's like it looks disgusting, mate. Like, why?
Why green? Why green?
I don't know, mate. It's always one quick hit of shit, isn't it? Well, no, this season, mate, we had a good Burnley kit, a good, decent, like callbacks.
I didn't like the Burnley kits actually.
Fair enough. The home kit, I was like, oh, really? That 016 one, I just thought was weird. It was cringe. Whereas this new one, I like the actual the thing across the shirt, proper sky blue kit. It was nice this year. Nice home kit this year, finally. We're back.
Where do you live? Exact location. Belgium. Is that exact enough?
Yeah, Belgium.
Somewhere
in the UK,
in the
mate.
proximity.
In the UK. Somewhere in the UK.
Actually, I live in Jan Bredel. I live in the stadium. It's kind of breaking down. I guess we have that in common with Man United. At least we don't need the government to pay out a new stadium. We can build our own. Well, we can't because of legal reasons, but we can finance our own if we actually got permits to do so. But Belgium laws are so fucked, man. Anyhow. Last subject to downstream off on because we've been live for about an hour now. So, let's just say we get Reijnders in, we get Reijnders in, and we get Jetty in. We have to get in at least one more player, in my opinion, at least. Preferably another second player as well. Which two positions, not players, positions, are your main focus now to look at?
Right back for one. Definitely right back for one.
Right back?
Because as much as I think that's why we're fine maybe buying one player if we get in any reason, but I think we've got enough players in the academy as well, and there's nothing race. Like, I just want to loan them out, cool, but right now we're okay unless players don't go. But I think for me also a winger as well. I want a winger. In. Yeah.
So does that mean you're expecting a winger to leave?
Jack's going. That's one winger.
But he's not a winger. He doesn't count.
Okay, well, do you want? Are you happy with Savio, Bob, and Doku, or do you want one more winger?
Like I think Marmoush is a winger. Let's start off with that.
Okay.
I think one of Jetty or Foden will be a winger. One of them will play on the wing. So I don't really care who it is. I just care that we have another one there. So Marmoush, Jetty or Foden. Then we have Savio and Bob. We have 4 wingers already. Then Doku. Then another winger. I think 6 is a bit too much.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think striker-wise we're okay. Again, Harlan Marmoush can play there anyway. Or Fun, one put Force on there as well. If they're injured.
Jackie, Foden can all play false 9.
I think keepers, it depends. I would if Ederson does want to go still, then get him and sell him on. If he wants to sign a new contract, I mean, either way, mate, I've got one to sort out and done before the season starts. I want me mucking around in August trying to keep it sorted out this season. I want it known by now. Right back for sure, 100%. Centre backs, moment. Left back, obviously, right where he's there. Would you get obviously Ake as well, and so play as well if you want to play left backs there as well. DM's we've got Gonzalez and we've got Rodri. Good for that. We've got Reijnders. Now, I think one more midfielder we need.
One more midfielder?
Well, it depends. Are we selling good Bernardo Silva this summer?
Yes. Yeah, you know what I think is the solution? You buy a Morgan Rodgers who can play on the wing and in midfield.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you have to get rid of Doku, in my opinion.
Because let's be real, right? Gibbs White's not happening. It's not. I mean, judging by recent news and the way we're acting, no, mate. The way what Forest are charging, thank God the club aren't desperate. Don't do it. Like, again, I like Gibbs White. I think he's a good player, but he's not our level yet. Couple years in Europe, maybe then. Not right now.
How old is Gibbs White? 25. He's not that old. It's not that old.
Maybe next year. Next year's good, sure. Why not? But not right now. Man.
I still don't think he fits in our squad though. But like, if you go get a Morgan Rodgers, like he's not gonna fit in, is he? Do you think Man United will be relegated? Honestly,
yes.
Honestly, I think Leeds United will survive next season. So you're gonna have Burnley and Sunderland both get relegated, I think. And then the question is, Tottenham, Wolves, and whoever else finished in that bottom 5, which of them is going to stay as bad as they have been? Because most of the Premier League is going to improve. So if Man United doesn't improve, and all the teams around them do, and then you bring in Leeds United, who's probably surviving, then they could get relegated. I'd give it I'd unironically give it a 1% chance, which is very high. Realistically, it should be a 0% chance for a club like Man United. But I'll give it a 1% chance of happening.
The thing is, right, it would need to be the biggest... it would have to be injuries to Cunha straight away, injuries to Mbeumo. Well, the thing, I hope someone goes in for Mbeumo. Seriously, United getting him. What a disgrace that would be. How are these arseholes getting players still? Oh, but United brand. Oh, we can save United. No, you can't. They're finished. They're in the mud.
You know what the thing is, though, yeah? In 5 years, that culture around Man United is so big and stuff will not be there anymore for the younger players.
It'll change soon, yeah.
That's changing. That's going away. So, just to put it in perspective, for example, Cherky talked about Zidane recently. You know, Cherky never watched Zidane. Cherky has never watched Zidane because Zidane retired in 2006, and Cherky was 3 years old then.
Wow.
So, so when we're talking about these young players coming through, they have not seen the Man United that we know. How old is Echeverri? I think he's 5 years younger than me, or something like that. Maybe he's even younger.
Bro, we're washed, mate. It's over for us now.
These players have not seen the Man United that we have seen. So give it a few more years, and Man United will not be able to attract players anymore because of we're United. They won't be able to do that anymore. So they're actually kind of lucky that they're in this dip right now and not 5 years down the road. Because if this happens 5 years down the road, they will be fucked. They will be fucked. Ederson is mid, I agree. Honestly, Savio at least is making assists. But Doku, he is so good, but numbers are very low. If he can improve something at least, it will be great. But yeah, it's been a year without improvement, so. Hopefully we get 3 signings over the line this week. I think it will all happen in the weekend. You know what's going to happen? All 3 are going to get announced within 3 hours from each other. First will get announced, out in between. Second will get announced, out in between. And third gets announced. That's what's going to happen. It's all PR stuff, bro. They want to drive the PR and media through the roof. Nico Gonzalez, Rodri, Tijani, O'Reilly could be the next John Stones. Oh, I don't agree with that one. O'Reilly and John Stones are so different. like I get what you mean. Like John Stones is a very versatile player. Can play right back, can play centre back, can play in midfield.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see that from O'Reilly, especially not that level that John Stones reached. John Stones, if he never got injuries, would have been our best centre back in our history. Better than
100%.
Company. That's how good he was. So I think it's almost unfair on O'Reilly to put that on him, to be like, be the next John Stones. It's like saying, go and be the next Messi. Like, that's almost unfair.
And then watch him do it. If the Joker comes next Messi, he just cooks up the. For me, right next season, mate, I want us to beat United. Please, I'm sick of not beating them now. I want to be beating them properly in a league game. It's been how long? Almost 2 years? The last derby win?
It's been since the game where Rashford scored. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah. And,
yeah,
and Foden.
It was so funny for me.
Missed.
It was so funny for me because Rashford said all the stuff of like, back me good, doubt me better. And then he scored that goal, and I thought, oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? But then we came back, and Rashford was dog shit for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So that's why that game was so funny to me. And Foden's goal, by the way, in that game was better than Rashford's.
It was, mate. Well, do it right. Foden in the Champions League, mate. Foden in the Premier League, he was unbelievable. And it's why, for me, it's not done. Like, he's still got the ability is still there. I think having the time off will do the world of good. To get back fit, fully fit and up here sorted out, and hopefully a much better state. Because, mate, Foden next year is gonna be huge. Like, Kev's gone. He's off now. Like, he's out, well, I know he's kind of not over yet, but he's gone now. He's no longer a City, quite technically. So we've got to just, someone needs to come in and take the mantle now. Say, I'm the guy to lead the team forward in the next few years. Like, Kev's done that for the last 10 years. So, but someone's got to do it. It's fair. I'm all for it.
I think it's Haaland. I think Haaland just has a personality.
Haaland, yeah. But Foden's midfield. If Foden's midfield as well, I think
yeah,
it's more important for our future.
Yeah. I'll be dead for Chetky 50 league goals. On that Messi hype, buddy.
50 goals.
Imagine,
if he gets 10, I'll be happy.
like,
if he gets 10, I'll be happy. 10, I'll be happy with 10.
No, imagine though, if you have two players in a team that scored 50 goals. Like Haaland 50 goals and Chetky 50 goals. That'll be insane. That'll be 100 goal with two players.
I'm sorry, but if you can't win the league for them two, then they're finished, didn't we? Liverpool win the league somehow. Point. How is this happening?
Folds the club at that stage. Folds the club.
Yeah. Fold the club. Fold the fan base. Channels. We're all poor on the streets.
With all flaws. Just like Fabrizio Romano, who keeps teasing us. Just teasing, edging. I don't know.
Every Ornstein. Every Ornstein saying City have finally got the deal sorted. Every Romano tap in, here we go, confirmed next tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be a tap in, as it always is.
So this is what's going to happen. You heard it from Luke first. If it doesn't happen, go abuse him. That's a joke for the less intelligent amongst you.
Really?
I've just said a horde after you, Luke.
Oh, then I don't give a shit.
We get enough of them already. We're used to it.
No, carry them on it. Alright, whatever. Carry them. Bad enough.
We've been on YouTube for over a year. We're used to this stuff.
It feels like longer than that. It feels like I've been on for 5 years or 1 year.
That's because of this season. Last season. Last season felt like 3 seasons.
I don't know about right. I want a nice season. We actually compete. We're not crap. Actually play. Not winning everything, obviously, but like, competing. And we're happy about proud of the team. So I feel like, you know what, I'll take it. Season. You know what, we've got trophies on that. Finish. We've got the league. I'll take it. Or just compete well next year. Compete well. Be a good team. Play good football. Just show a bit of pride.
Win the quadruple exact, Pep. Reijnders.
Pep's been sacked. You. No.
It's Reijnders.
I'll claim
it. I'll claim it. It's like baggage at the airport. Don't
Warning,
pay
our
for it.
generational rant incoming. Our generational rant. He's going to clips on YouTube.
Anyhow, speaking of rants, we're already 911. Jesus Christ. How is my channel growing that quickly suddenly? Big up to everyone who's subscribing. Big up to everyone who's subscribing. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Luke's link should be in the pinned comment. Or well, not in my lifetime podcast. It's a channel of 4. It's Alex, Bevo, Luke, and I always forget the last one's name.
Danny. The rest of Danny.
My apologies. My apologies to Danny. I always forget your name.
All right.
Anyhow.
Right, well, look, just to say as well, obviously, I'm obviously bearing any plans. I think tomorrow we're doing a panel show. Tomorrow, we'll sort out times and that, but it's going to be a good one tomorrow because it'll be a bit of a just, hopefully there's some news to talk about. If not, we'll just chat shit probably as per usual, as we always do. Waffle on about City.
Anyhow, we're going to redirect now to Martin because Martin is doing our show. So Alfred in chat, and we'll see you guys on the next one.